Hey guys, it's Kelly, and yes, I'm doing a voiceover. Can you believe it? It's been forever. So I've pulled a couple of Simply Gilded Washi. That was just some peach with gold and the Hawaiian one, I don't know, and some extra stickers that I had to go foil from Nikki Plus 3. This week I'm using an old kit from last year from Prince VI. I'm really not sure if Vanessa still does kits or whatever, but I'm just scrolling through here, looking at them, trying to decide what's in here. And I also wanted to include some other stickers that I had left over from my monthly kit that I got from Nikki Plus 3. And yeah, I thought that all the colors went well together. I wanted to add some of that gold foil sparkle. So here are some of the kit extras, I guess you'd say, that I had left over. And so I just decided to pull those and kind of start working at planning for this week. Now this, like I said, is the Hawaiian exclusive washi that was from Simply Gilded. Had a friend that was able to score that for me. And so I'm just going to white out a little bit here because it's actually really thin. I was afraid the lines would show through. But I just go through and I put this at the top of the bottom bar on both sides. But whiting out, just for me, it made it look cleaner or whatever. But I wanted to use the peach with gold bows from Simply Gilded, but I didn't end up actually using it. So here I am. I'm just going to kind of show you me putting down this first section, and then in a minute you'll see me kind of flip over and I'll just kind of jump ahead just a little bit. But it was really easy to get a good clean tear with this tape. It always is. Simply Gilded Washi's amazing, if you didn't know already. But anyway, yeah, so I decided to use this along with the bottom washi that was in the kit. The stuff that was in the bottom washi with the kit, it was really pretty. And this was spring break week for us. And so my son was down for this week down here with me near the Gulf. And so I just decided to do something really tropical, really summer, something that just sort of, I was already feeling the vibes here with spring because it was so beautiful here. So here I am. I'm just taking my X-Acto blade and my Erin Condon ruler, and I'm just going to trim this off. I'm sure if you watch any of the videos Andrea does from Scribble Prints Co., you've seen her do this. But all I'm doing is just kind of trimming it so that it's not as thick and doesn't hang off the edge of the paper. I think that's probably pretty obvious. Guys, I'm sorry if I sound loopy, but I'm really sick. I have a kidney infection and I've been in the hospital again yet for that. Plus, my baby girl Izzy is really sick and she's spending her 4th night in the hospital tonight. So my heart is a little broken. So anyway, I did that with both of these sides, and then I decided that I wanted to go in with these foil date dots from Nikki Plus 3, and I just went ahead and got started on the date dots, putting those onto the right days. And yeah, it turned out to look really cool when it was all done. Not all the greens are exact and that sort of thing, but I really loved the outcome, the overall look of the whole spread. I just loved it, and it was a lot of fun because we had a lot of fun this week. It was really fun seeing my son for a whole week. Yeah, it was great. So here we go. I'm just kind of pulling some of these things that I want to use, one of which are the flags at the top. I did have a little bit of trouble getting the one on the other side, but I think I cut that part out when I was editing. But yeah, I'm just putting down the flags first because I want to put those down and not have them come up and overlap the date cover-ups, because the date cover-ups were really too pretty to hide. So I just decided that maybe it was a little too wide at the bottom and the flag wasn't really covering it. So I just gave it a little white out and I flipped over and did the same thing on the other side. So yeah, but it's been just really busy. I've been trying to get a few things done. You can probably hear that my voice is not exactly like it should be, but guys, the pollen down here is killing us. I think it is on or in full attack mode. It's really, really bad down here. It just really is. So, everything is yellow and my voice sounds terrible. But in the end, I was able to get those flags down and start putting down my date cover-ups. And I didn't feel like you wanted to watch me do each one of these. Guys, I seem to have just been moving really slow, and so I just sped through this part. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my sidebar, and I started with "Don't Worry, Beach Happy." I thought that was so cute, and what a great quote, because we really spent a tremendous amount of time at the beach. I mean, it was just great. It was beautiful weather. Of course, my son and his girlfriend both got completely cooked. She was wearing sunscreen, and she got more sun than him. He wouldn't put any on. But I do flip back and forth a lot in this video as far as the colors and looking back and forth at the different pages. I even lost one huge chunk, which is pretty much this whole first page here that I was working on, because my dang camera was not recording. So I really hated that. But instead of just scrapping the whole thing, I did want you to see how I kind of combined these two very different style kits and added some gold foil and that sort of thing. And yeah, so I hate that we missed out on that. But basically, I'm just doing my sidebar right now. I wanted to do this weekly header for work, and that's basically just going to be, you know, like the things that I'm recording for YouTube. I'm trying to record ahead of time, and you know, I don't know when I'm going to get them uploaded, but at least I'm trying, you know. So yeah, I was just kind of studying, looking for the right things, and I had the this week, and I had next week, or something like that. I think it was this week, and then I put some habit trackers at the bottom. So yeah, I just went on and tried to stack those. I was trying to come up with things in different colors, so it wasn't all just pink and green all on the sidebar. But I mean, the headers that I wanted to use, yeah, they matched. So I had to use that. So that's what I did. But yeah, I'm just putting down my two habit trackers now. I had one in this pretty green and the other in this pale pink. And it's really cool how the palm tree Simply Gilded Washi really blended with this kit and added just a special something something. So you can see the overall look there. So yeah, so I got ready to start, and all of a sudden I realized I've done this whole thing and it's not been recording. But you can see, guys, what I did is I went on and continued with what I was doing. Tuesday was my son's 20th birthday, and I was in the middle of adding just the little highlights to this section that I wanted to. I was just doing Monday through Wednesday, and yeah, I used some foil, some gold foil washi, just as some dividers and that sort of thing. And it makes me sick that I lost that footage, but you can pretty much see that on Monday at the top, I started with it to clean, and I had it to do in every day, but a couple of days I shortened those because I didn't need as many hearts in the checklist as, you know, was provided. So I just kind of cut those down and used them. And here I'm just starting on Thursday. All week we had been just pretty much doing our thing. We were having beach time, and we were going to certain places for lunch and things like that. I tried to really pamper them and show them a good time while they were down here. And so I wanted to start this day because it was, you know, pretty close. Some of the full decorative boxes were kind of close to each other, and so I was trying to alternate those. So, but yeah, anyway, that's the reason I started with a full box on that page. And then underneath that is where I go in with one of these. And what I do, you're going to see me kind of looking back and forth. I used these. They were the freebie that came in my Nikki Plus 3 pack. And so what I was doing was I was using these as the way to record what place we went to eat and when, that sort of thing. I found these to be really useful too. They were the boxes that were part of the monthly kit, but they were too wide. So when I went to put down this header is when I realized that the boxes are wider because they're meant for the monthly view. So what I did, as you'll see, is I pick it up, I adjust it so that it's more centered, and then I just cut each side off. I just used the ruler and the X-Acto knife and trimmed it. I think it turned out pretty good. I really liked it. I just liked having the green and the little bit of sparkle there. And I am turning this thing every which way but loose the whole time. But guys, I was struggling because I had so many things to remember, and I had so many things I wanted to show in my planner, but I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to use for each thing. But yeah, all I did was just use my X-Acto knife and trim those down just the tiniest bit on each side. So you can see there, I've trimmed it down and I'm ready to move on. I had to do that with one of the other boxes on the other page too. But so anyway, I put my to-do sticker down and I'm going in with a full checklist box because I need it for the rest of this week. I had a lot of things to get done while they were here and before they left at the end of the week. And I had an appointment that was scheduled here, so I just went ahead and threw that in under my to-do list, and I really liked that one with the flamingo on it. So yeah, that's that. I did find these last minute, and I thought I wanted to pull one of these half-week spread reminders in, and so I just put that on my to-do list so I'd remember to take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram, but I didn't. I didn't. So anyway, I go on to the next day, Friday, and I start off with this header in the, I think it's today, maybe, or is it to do? Yeah, this is a to do header, and no, that's a today header, it is. Okay, so I'm starting with the today header, but I didn't want to put a full box down next to another full box. So what I did is I went ahead and put this box down. This is a really big beach day for us. We spent a lot of time at the beach on the sand and that sort of thing. And I noticed that these were matching really well. I didn't want to not use them. They were just too cute. But it's the little bows that were part of her monthly kit. And because the background was green, I thought that it looked really cute. So I tried to use these in my spread as much as I could. I just thought it was really cute. So pretty much I was just notating that it was a beach day for us. So yeah, I did decide to go ahead right there, and I saw the little market basket. I did stop by the farmer's market on the way home. So anyway, here we go with another label from the monthly, and you can see it's too wide, and that's where I have to pull it up and try to center it and trim it off like I did the other. But it was no problem. It's really easy. When you've got a ruler and an X-Acto knife, you can make it work. You really can. So that's what I did. I just made it work because I wanted that additional goal full showing. All right, here I'm going in with my full box finally. I had put enough things far enough down that I decided to go in with my full decorative box. I really loved this one. It reminded me of when I was in Hawaii myself. And, you know, like the flowers and the leis and all of that cool stuff. It's truly amazing, and it really brought back memories of that trip. So here I am putting in, I believe this might be my to-do list. I was having trouble using that pale pink because you could see it, you could really see through it really a lot. And so there is one point where you'll see, I think I cross over one of the lines with a full box checklist in that pale pink, and I ended up whiting it out because you could see through it. This is a really high quality, thick matte paper. I didn't have any issues with it, but I just didn't want any ghosting. So I used my entire to-do list, and under that I needed to call and pay a bill on the phone, and so I just put that there, and it seemed to fit nicely. Starting with Saturday, it was really funny the way that things worked out with the weekend banner, which you'll see in just a minute. But the weekend coming clothes was really hard for me because I knew when my son left on Sunday that it was going to be a long time before I could see him. See, this is where I'm whiting it out because I'm just really concerned about it ghosting. But I knew he was going to be leaving on Sunday because he had to be back in class on Monday. So I just was getting kind of sad because I had really been enjoying taking them to cool places to eat and, doing fun stuff with them. This is the just the washi. It's just the gold foil washi. I don't even know where I got this, but I want to say it was in a recollections tube. But it was just a little neat added touch that I used to separate some of the boxes ever so often, and it worked. So yeah, I just continued right beneath that with, I changed my mind because it was pink and I didn't want to do pink against pink. But here I go with the Today header. And yeah, I try really hard not to put colors side by side, but sometimes it just can't be helped. It is what it is. Especially when you're trying to use up different things, that sort of thing. This was a really neat box. It's hard to see, but the background is actually a pattern, and it's really a beautiful tan with some pink in it. And I just thought it was a beautiful box, so I had to use it. And so here we go with another appointment label. This came with the kit. I just love this one. I think it's so pretty. I love the green on it, and I really liked the green foliage on the end of it there. I thought that was just really pretty. And then next to that, I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, is it going to show through or not? But I didn't feel like it would, so I went ahead, and what I did is I put my full box down. I wanted to add another bow to it right there. And I'm sorry if you just heard that weird sound. Once you start recording, guys, there's no going back. But yeah, here you can see the way that she made the weekend banner. It fit perfectly right above the washi and in that area below that full box. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect place for this. And so even though I had a lot of things to do on Sunday, it worked out really great. I started with this day with this particular sticker from her sampler that she sent because I had been putting down like special meals we were having together and things like that. They were leaving on this day, and so I wanted to make sure we had a great breakfast. It was a little bit crooked, so I had to readjust. But yeah, I wanted to go to have a great big breakfast. We had done breakfast every morning, but I don't know, there was just something about going out and having a big breakfast and being able to come home and take a nap and go to the beach and not having to clean up the kitchen. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Overall, we had a great time, a great week. I just loved it. I had not seen my son since Christmas. And even though we talk regularly, it's just not like, if you're a mom, you just got to put your hands on your baby. And I just needed to put my arms around him and give him a big hug and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, I think this might be where I showed, I don't have it right in front of me to look at, but I think this is where I was showing that he was going to be traveling home. Yes, it is. I had another little foil car in green, which was perfect. And I've never really had the need to use luggage, but I saw she had a gold foil luggage, a little bag there. And so I went ahead and used it in the opposite corner, and I thought it turned out really cute. I thought it was really cute, and I love mixing all these green colors. The different shades of green worked really well, or at least I thought it did. And that is about the time that I noticed that there were some gift boxes, and I had not put one over there on his birthday. So I just ran back over to Tuesday, and I put that on there and moved on. Now I'm just continuing to finish up on Sunday. So I'm getting ready to do my to-do, and it really worked out perfectly. I put it down. It fit perfectly. There was very small space between that and the weekend banner, and I was just really pleased. I think the overall look this week was so tropical and so fun, and I love not just using her kit and getting some use out of that, but getting the opportunity to use even more of that monthly. I really liked it. So the next thing that I did, and the last thing that I did, was I went ahead and went in with all the deco. I didn't want to leave out any of the deco, so I did take my time trying to find exactly where I wanted to go, but in the end I did. I thought it turned out just so cute. It was so colorful, and I really loved it. It makes me think Florida vibes anyway. So, yeah, I'm just putting a few things over different places, and sometimes it'll overlap other things, but when it's deco, I don't mind as much. So, there's that. I loved this coconut drink. I thought it was so cute. I was like, where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? And then I saw that deep green. I was like, yeah, it's just got together because I want it to pop. So, yeah. I just continued putting down the deco. I had a really hard time deciding where to put this leafy patterned purse or bag, whatever. I had a hard time, but I got thinking about it, and I was like, okay, maybe we can put it here without covering up too much. So the rest of the stuff I end up putting around the top part. I did end up having to trim the edge of that off because it was hanging off the edge. But I tried to use the smaller deco around the top of the planner so that it was decorative up there, and I just tried to space it out, you know, as best I could. I did add a few pieces along the sidebar. Yep, that's what I'm doing right there. But I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, even though I lost a great deal of footage because my dang camera was not recording. But I do hope that you'll forgive it. I am just a mess, guys. So I'm doing good to even get videos up at this point. Yeah, at this point. I'm just trying. I'm doing the best that I can, but I do appreciate the fact that so many of you are still hanging around, which I don't know why, but I'm glad you're still here. But anyway, the last of the deco is now going in, and I was really proud of the way that it looked, and I really liked that I was able to use something from two very different style shops and make it work. That's always cool when you can do that. So this is the final spread. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.